That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing fell off yet, that's good.
Oh, you ain't never ran to the dirty before.
You used to race on the street with a car.
Say what?
You used to race on the street with a car, right?
I
Yeah, long time ago. Remember last time I talked to you, you said you're going to make it out of a race. You used to race on the street with it, said you're going to make it out of a race car.
maybe.
Yeah, you remember when I came in here, I was talking to you, you said, I was like, man, that's a street car. You said, I can make it out of a street car, but I'm going to keep it on track. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. One day, I already got me $75,000 saved up. Can you find me a motor, open me a car or something? I got $75,000 already saved up. That, how you say? That way you can put the tires on the street or put the tires on the track. Thank God, bro.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I'm not sure what just happened. I'm also not sure what the hell's all over his hands. I'm gonna go wash my hands. The newest trend of motorsports. Everybody says that they're gonna run M1 until they price out the fuel system, and then E85 it is. Requires welding as well. So we made a custom crank trigger bracket with the space that was available, and ultimately running a system log, it appears we're kind of overlapping cam and crank signals, and the cam sensor is not adjustable, and the bracket that was made for the crank sensor was also not adjustable. So basically ended up making a whole new crank trigger bracket in a whole different location, which required remaking some other stuff. This is actually going to be a radiator hose. Would have preferred to do it out of aluminum, but I don't have any aluminum that size, and we're out of time. Would have preferred. So I remade a crank trigger bracket that was adjustable this time, but in order to have the space. Fuck off! Adjustable crank trigger, coolant hose goes around all of the crap. These two lie together and come up this way, so it looks like there's space right now, but there isn't, and then the old coolant hose was directly in the way of all of that. 1 degree off. Guess I'll take care of this while we're at it too. Alright, let's see if this thing will actually start. Oil pressure's good, fuel pressure's good. No reason it wouldn't be. Even though this thing's ready for the dyno, I was here for 17 hours yesterday. I didn't get home till about 2 o'clock in the morning. Pretty worn out from doing that kind of a few days in a row. So I don't want to make a stupid mistake on this just from being tired. So I think I'm gonna head home and come back in early tomorrow morning and get started on this. Next problem is we don't have very much methanol left. damn near empty now. I think I got 10 gallons left. Figure I'll probably throw 5 in now. So gonna have to move kind of quickly in that regard. Usually, especially with methanol, I have the car face the other way, so all the exhaust is outside, and of course it's raining today, so I can't do that, so I gotta wear this spaceship helmet. I don't know if you've ever been around a methanol car, but it just melts your eyeballs off. Did a system log, and our cam and crank signals are way apart now, so it looks like we went in the right direction on that. Seems like something new is wrong now. Probably both the most confused and most frustrated I've been with the car. Crank trigger setup just did not want to cooperate right. Timing at idle, at cranking, revving, everything seemed spot on, ran great, but just full throttle, just nothing was right. So almost to check my sanity and make sure anything else weird wasn't going on, actually converted back over to the stock crank trigger, and now everything's working like normal. So just gonna move forward with this. There's a race coming up, don't have much more time to keep doing this, and I don't have a whole lot of fuel left, and I think I'm just gonna throw a set of plugs in it and turn it up, currently at like 12 pounds of dome pressure, makes 855. So we'll normally run like 40 pounds of dome at the track. I might go up to like 30, and then we'll just hit it with 40 and see where we're at. And this is the last of the fuel. This is gonna be 30 pounds of dome pressure. Right about 1200 and clean as could be. That might be the first good thing that's happened in like 2 weeks. All right, let me look at all this crap. Nice and smooth. Guess we're gonna pull some spark plugs out for the 750th time. Throw a new set in. I'm just gonna give it all the boost this time, and I'm relatively certain the timing's really conservative, but we didn't turn it up quite this high on the dyno before, so just kind of creeping up on it at the track. So hopefully we got enough gas in it to make it 2-3 runs and try some different timing values. These ones are soft on timing, even with all the different runs and all the nonsense. So maybe we can find a couple horsepower there. I think might actually pull a little timing out of 7. That one looks a little unhappy compared. Well, not unhappy, but definitely got more heat in it than the rest. We already got some additional fuel back there, or it's been the same other than that. But this is why you gotta pull plugs all the damn time. 8 looks a little rich, and I know that's the one that I have the most additional fuel in, so I might back that one out just a touch. So if we get 7 and 8 back in order, make a run kind of as is, I'll throw 40 pounds of dome pressure at it, pull all the plugs back out again, and we'll see if we need to make any other adjustments at that point. Perfect. Made like 1400. All right, let's get the plugs out of this thing. I got out too soon, my eyes hurt. Yeah, it wants more. That's a good thing. I'm gonna check fuel, and depending on how much fuel we have is going to dictate how much more timing I put in it. I'm going to pull some more plugs out. RPM trace on that one is, damn, it might be cleaner than the other one, and we're still, it's just a couple percent on fueling. I'm not going to worry about that. And we made like 29 pounds of manifold pressure. shoot, it might be going up on dome pressure. We're gonna try some timing first. Depending on what that does, we might throw another 5-10 pounds of dome pressure on it. I've seen as high as 35 pounds on this, so we can go at least that high. The turbos are right up in the bumper, which can make a pretty big difference in terms of, this fan works really good, but it doesn't simulate going, you know, 150 miles an hour or whatever the hell this thing does. I'm gonna check fuel and I think we're ready to roll. Gonna pour the rest of this in, and I think we have enough fuel for 2, maybe 3 runs. I might be able to do a little bit more, but one, I don't want to push it for obvious reasons, and then I also can't push this car by myself, so I need enough fuel to be able to like drive it in and out of the shop. But it did about what I thought. It picked up 45, I think it was. That wasn't a linear timing change, but it wasn't much more than a degree. It wasn't just a flat number all the way across. So that's promising. Probably never guessed, but time to pull plugs again. Well, at 50 horsepower from basically a degree of timing, we'll probably try another degree. There. It carried it out a little bit longer, but about the same. So let's try a couple more pounds of boost. Alright, tried some more dome pressure. See if we can get a couple more pounds of boost out of it. Makes 1500, I'm going home. And this thing's getting a little nasty, so I'm going this direction this time. Shouldn't even post this video because this thing's basically been a disaster and nothing's gone right start to finish, but this is the way it goes sometimes, and this is what makes scheduling so difficult. This car has been a lot of fun to be a part of, and it's a platform I'm not super familiar with. I told them that going into it. So anyways, this is how it went.